Hello, my name is Esther Valle. I'm the Senior Program Manager at Commonwealth Corporation, supporting the Reentry Workforce Development Demonstration Grant Program. With me today is Teresa Rowland, consultant with ComCorp. This is a pre-recorded webinar. We will be hosting a live office hour session on Tuesday, April 23rd at 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. We invite potential bidders to join that session to ask questions. Bidders may also submit questions in writing. We will review that process later on in this recording. All questions and answers will be posted on our website. So about the initiative. This is an initiative of Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development, Lauren Jones, in support of the Healy-Driscoll administration's efforts to improve workforce outcomes for individuals returning to their communities after incarceration. These individuals have also been referred to as returning citizens. So we look to provide occupationally focused training and placement grant programs for the target population. Key success indicator is job placement, as measured by participants securing and retaining a job for at least 30 days within 3 months of the grant period end date. It's funded through a General Appropriation Act in the fiscal year 2024 state budget and potential future funding in the fiscal year 2025 state budget. So some helpful definitions to review first. Applicants are organizations applying to receive funds, are accountable to grant terms and responsible for coordinating all activities of the grant program. Partners, organizations committed to working together to implement the grant program. Partnerships, collectively all the partners working together to implement a grant program. Participants are individuals enrolled in the grant program. And grant program, the proposed training, case management, wraparound support, and job placement grant program. So eligible applicants. The following organizations are eligible to apply as applicants on behalf of a partnership. These eligible applicants are community-based organizations, particularly those with a track record of serving the target population. Nonprofit education, training, or other service provider, Mass Hire Workforce Board, a Mass Hire Career Center, a House of Correction or Department of Correction facility, and other entities deemed eligible by Commonwealth Corporation. So some partnership requirements. It's required to have a minimum of 2 businesses with operations in Massachusetts that employ Massachusetts residents in the target occupations. A training provider with demonstrated expertise in providing occupational skills training integrated with work readiness and soft skills development and placing individuals in the target occupation. Community-based social service providers with a demonstrated expertise in engaging and supporting the target population in successfully transitioning to the community and to employment, as evidenced by a proven track record of practicing culturally competent care in the community, and the House of Correction or Department of Correction facility in the region. And please note that Commonwealth Corporation will conduct an analysis to ensure all applicants are in compliance with state and federal law. Some recommended partnership members are the Regional Mass Hire Workforce Board and/or Mass Hire Career Center, a Regional Probation or Parole Office, and the Office of Community Corrections. So for the target service population. So applicants funded under this grant will serve individuals who come from the following populations. Individuals in a Department of Correction facility who will be released within 60 days of a program start date, or individuals who are released no earlier than 12 months prior to enrolling in a program, or a combination or both. And individuals in a House of Correction facility who will be released within 60 days of a program start date, or individuals who are released no earlier than 12 months prior to enrolling in a program, or a combination or both.
I'm going to now review some information about target occupations. Applicants must provide training and placement services that prepare individuals to meet a regional business's skilled need and work readiness requirements for in demand occupations. Applicants may either propose to train individuals for an occupation in a single industry sector or for an occupation that exists in multiple industry sectors. In either case, applicants should identify a specific occupation to be targeted and design a training program that prepares individuals for that specific occupation. In the RFP, we provided a couple useful links that provide some information from the Healy Driscoll administration about priority industry sectors, including their regional blueprints, which identify life sciences, healthcare and human services, clean energy, and advanced manufacturing, all as high growth career pathways. And then the other link in the RFP is the recommendations for the climate chief, which provide additional information about in demand jobs in clean energy, climate, and resiliency. Applications must identify a target region and include information about unmet demand for workers for the target occupation. This information must come from regional employers and must include current and projected vacancies and any projected increase in demand for the target occupation, as well as the skills, credentials required for entry. And this is all to really demonstrate that the occupation is of critical importance to employers in the region and that there's a need for the development of a training and placement program. While we have not set a wage floor for proposed occupations, applicants will be required to provide evidence that the programs will place participants in jobs in which the combination of wages, employer supported benefits, and upward mobility pathways are likely to support the goal of increased earned income and economic stability. And this is because there's a growing body of research that demonstrates that job seekers benefit from starting at a higher wage and by participating in programs that provide information and coaching on career continuums beyond the first entry level job. Some of the evidence that we might be looking for is whether the proposed target occupation has attainable opportunity for career advancement and wage progression within a reasonable time frame, whether the employer partners invest in supporting entry level employees' career advancement, and whether employer partners provide sufficient benefits to support a transition from public benefits in preparing for career advancement. A little bit about resources and expectations now for the application. There's about $3 million available. Applicants may request up to $250,000, and a maximum investment target of $15,000 per employment outcome has been established. Partnerships will have approximately 12 months to deliver their program. Each partnership's program design must include a set of services that are necessary for the proposed target population to enter and maintain employment. And we're defining employment as retained for at least 30 days within 3 months of the grant period end date. Proposals must include an enrollment and training schedule that allows for job placement on this timeline. Each training program proposal will be evaluated based on the cost per employment outcome, which includes the number of unemployed and underemployed participants securing and retaining unsubsidized employment measured at 30 days retention. Applicants should be thoughtful about what they propose in order to maximize public dollars. We are looking for organizations that are going to propose a set of services to enroll participants into an occupational skills training program that will result in job placement in the target occupation. There's two really big components that we see as important to this process. One being providing intensive trauma-informed and supportive case management. And every organization has a different approach about how they define that and manage that within their organization. But for us, in addition to maintaining case notes, we're also looking for case management services that connect with other service providers and reporting partners, such as probation and parole officers, as well as mental health providers and clinical support. And then we're looking for a post-release, cohort-based occupational skills training and placement program that really addresses the employer's workforce needs for that particular target occupation and prepares participants for employment in that occupation. This may look different for every occupation. We know every occupation has different needs, but may include one or more of these type of modalities. You might include basic education, vocational training, post-secondary education and credentialing, the registered apprenticeship model, on-the-job training, or paid work experience. Important to this program is to develop and implement a recruitment, assessment, and selection process, which is racially and culturally reflective of the institution's population and/or the population released in the community. Applicants may propose to begin this process pre-release with the goal of selecting and preparing individuals for immediate enrollment in the proposed post-release occupational skills training and placement program that we just talked about. The recruitment, assessment, and selection process really should ensure that individuals selected to participate in the program are willing and able to work and view this program as really a resource to prepare them for a job in the target occupation. The individuals are aware of the target occupation's job descriptions, duties, physical requirements, schedule, and work environments prior to applying to the program. And the individuals have the prerequisite skills to succeed in the program prior to enrolling in the program. If a proposed strategy includes a behind the wall component, applicants shall engage and identify key personnel within the House of Corrections and Department of Correction facility to create a proposed client cohort flow through services provided with the HOC and DOC. This should include, but it's not limited to, inmate movement, schedules, availability of textbooks, transportation, and others. Each partnership should assign a job placement staff who's responsible for active outreach to and engagement with employers to identify and secure unsubsidized job placements in the target occupations for program participants by the end of the grant period. And finally, provide support services to participants, including transportation and childcare, to alleviate barriers to completion and unsubsidized employment. Now I'm going to turn it over to Esther to talk more about the procurement timeline.
Thank you, Teresa. The procurement timeline, the deadline to submit written questions for this RFP will be May 1st, 2024, and you'll be submitting those written questions via email to myself. The answers to the written questions I'll provide on our website on May 6th, 2024. Applications are due on May 13th, 2024 by 11:59 p.m. And applicants will be notified of their status mid to late June of 2024. The anticipated contract start date is going to be July 1st, 2024, and the contract end date is going to be June 30th, 2025. So for the W-9, all applicants must submit a completed W-9 form as part of the application process. This should be included in your application submission package and labeled Attachment 7. Within the actual RFP, there's going to be a link that you'll utilize that'll bring you to the submission page where you'll attach all the necessary requirements. And so that's going to also have a spot for this Attachment 7 W-9. Grantees selected for funding will be responsible for ensuring that the updated W-9 form is provided to us, and any of the changes that would be reflective of needing a new W-9 would be a change of the grantee's legal name, tax ID number, business address, or just simply upon request by Commonwealth Corporation. So we will be hosting a live office hour session on Tuesday, April 23rd at 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. We invite potential bidders to join that session to ask questions. Interested applicants can use the link on the RFP to register and attend the session. Additionally, questions about this RFP will only be accepted in writing through May 1st, 2024 by 11:59 p.m. Like I said, please submit all questions via email to myself. If you would like to add yourself to the Q&A sign up, you can also scan this QR code and you'll be added to the list once new responses are posted. And questions will be responded to and posted on Commonwealth Corporation's website at www.comcorp.org on a weekly basis and no later than May 6th of 2024.